What's up, bradleyaidanjohnson here with that Sunday workout. Yeah, mixing it up, that's new. Also, I've turned into a tiny little white lady. That happens sometimes. It's a full moon thing. No, I'm just joking. I did my training today with a partner. And we're working on squats and trying to keep the knees out and keep these more technically proficient. I think what could maybe help is the toes could point slightly more forward. I'll think about experimenting with that. I'll see how I feel about it. And just focusing on it and keeping your attention, I think it will do. But the hips are slamming forward, the glutes are being used, but there is some work to be done. So we're keeping the weight light, the reps high, and just going to try and focus on improving technically. Then we moved on to mine, and mine feel pretty good. I'm loving this new depth that I'm hitting here. It's just exactly where I want to be. I feel really powerful coming out of it. Glutes, watch the slam, bang, hips getting shut there. I'm liking that. I say hips getting shut, it's actually hips opening, but it makes me feel more of like a shutting the door. But it is, you know, technically the angle that it hips is opening. So that felt right. The weight felt like the right weight, so I think we're going to hang about here for a little bit before we slowly edge into the 130s in time. Moved on to bench press afterwards, 47.5 kilograms. For a tiny little thing, she has got a beast bench press. As you may have seen the most recent video, she did the biggest bench of the day at the meet we went to. So we're trying to improve that and maximize on the strength by shifting the bar path. And you see, we're trying to pull it back to the shoulders as early as possible and really get a lot of that shoulder drive out of it, which is not the bodybuilding way, but is the best way of getting weight into the sky if we can perfect it. But you can see there, that was not enough of a press, a bit of an asymmetric bar. The new thing to concentrate on is making it a bit confusing and some mistakes are creeping in. Now, as you can see, you probably just saw it to the left, little shadow there. There's a person to the left. This is her looking at my bench press, and it totally put me off causing that. So yeah, that was annoying because I've never clattered the rails before, but I was totally off for this bench press. I saw her at the corner of my eye and she distracted me, which is no excuse, man. I should be focused, but I weren't. Anyway, moved on to the deadlift. Deadlift. What we're focusing on at the moment is homogeny and trying to get the subsequent reps to be like the first reps. Because what happens with her, which is great for a powerlifter, I guess, is her first lift is really technically proficient and skilled and good, but then after it, there's this massive decay. So as you watch there, look at that, bang, great lift. And then afterwards, they lose a little bit of their, see, that one was pretty good. So we're improving, yeah. So what we want to do is see there, back's arching a little bit more, glutes aren't being used quite as much, we're not as tight on the bar. The fatigue really takes it out of her form. So if you compare them, they're just not as good now. So what we're trying to do is combat that and get used to doing the same thing over and over again, which is kind of why she's not so good at doing high reps with a lower weight. This weight isn't really representative of how much weight she can lift up in one, because her first lift is better. Moved over to my deadlifts for the day. I think I could have set my spine up a little bit better for these and in a position to use the glutes more, but they were pretty good. I mean, this isn't my back pulling it all. I just felt like my setup, I'm exploring changing my setup angle slightly, and this one is a little bit of a higher shoulder back angle, sorry, and I didn't know I did 6 there, so I'm kind of not sure about that. So I'm trying to find my sweet spot with how to start. Curls, and as usual, I don't talk about curls, even if it's double curls. Look at that iconic imagery right there, 2 people curling. That's the way. I'm kind of getting annoyed with doing curls. I hate doing curls. It feels so whack. I do them because I don't do anything else that's bicep stimulating. So, but I think this is one of the last times I'm going to curl. I just hate it. I just find it to be such a whack exercise. I don't know what it's for. Guys like to have big biceps. I don't know why. It's just nah. I've had enough. I've had enough of curls. She started doing an abs joker, which was a 5-minute AMRAP of leg raises, and started off doing knee raises, and I was like, yeah, that is not challenging you at all. This is just a waste of everyone's time. So I said after that, you know what, you should do leg raises and just straighten your legs. But then see that face of that's easy. So then she started doing leg raises, but as you can see, the coordination of doing these and the strength required is a little bit difficult. So I think there's going to be some time needs to be put into those to perfect those. They're not the easiest maneuver, but yeah, they're the right one, I think, for trying to get her toes to kick her in the face. That's the way. Then I did glute bridges, but as you'll notice, I didn't reset the camera, so you just have to assume that that's about 110 kilos going up in the air a few times using my hips. See, look. Oh. Yeah. So anyway, enjoy the rest of your day. Peace.